Hi, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be demonstrating how to implement role-based access control in AWS with IAM for EC2 instance. So let's get started. So the first step after logging into the console is to visit the VPC console, and we need to create a VPC from scratch. So go for create VPC, select the option VPC only, and let's name our VPC my VPC 1. Let's give the IPv4, and there you go, create a VPC. The next step is to create a subnet. So click on create subnet, select the VPC that we've created. Let's name the subnet my subnet 01, IPv4 for the subnet, and go for create subnet. Now that we have created the subnet, the moving on to the crucial part is to create the internet gateway. So create a new internet gateway. Let's name it my IG01 and create. Don't forget to attach it to a VPC, the one that we've created, and attach. Now that we are done with the internet gateway, the next step is to create route tables. So create route table. Let's name it my RT01. Select the VPC that we've created and create. Now go for edit routes, add route, select the universal IP address and select internet gateway and select the one that we've created and save changes. Next, go for subnet associations, edit subnet associations, select your subnet that you created and save. Now that we are done with the VPC, the next part is to create and launch an EC2 instance. So now let's visit the EC2 dashboard and go for launch instance. So the first part is to give a name or a tag. So let's name it my test server. Sounds right? All right. My test server. Amazon Linux is a chosen OS. It's free tier eligible. The instance type is t3.micro, which is again free tier eligible. And now we create a new key pair. Let's have the same name for the key pair too. My test server. Okay, let's, yeah, my test server 1 .pm. create. All right. Next, we edit some network settings here. So we select the VPC that you created and the subnet. All right. And we always want to enable auto assign public IP. So go for enable and launch your instance. There you go. Now, as you can see, we have an instance up and running, my test server, which lets us to move on to the next step, that is creating IAM roles. So proceeding to the next step, we create a new IAM role. So visit the IAM dashboard here and go for roles. So we are going to create a completely new role here. So we choose AWS service as our test trusted entity type, and our use case is EC2 because we are working with an EC2 instance, right? Next. So permissions policies. I would like to demonstrate read-only access. So I'm going to search for Amazon S3 read-only access. Select, go for next. I'm going to name the role as read underscore role one, a name of my choice, and create the role. Once we are done with creation of our role, we can go for in the instances that we selected here and to connect it to the web server. So once the creation of IAM roles is done, we move on to connection of our EC2 instance with the web server. And by the way, I have created two general purpose buckets here, which will play a role to verify my implementation in role based access. So we go for connect and click on connect. This leads us to a command prompt interface in AWS itself. And here we have to just enter a very simple command, that is AWS space S3 space ls. Now, the reason why we had like this because we still haven't yet we still haven't yet modified the IAM rule. So we quickly go to actions, security, modify IAM rule, and assign the role that we have created, that is read role 1, and update it to the IAM rule. Once we are done with this, we go back and type the same command AWS space S3 space ls, and there you go. These are the buckets that we've created, and this is the read only access that has been implemented. since we wanted to implement the read-only access using IAM and EC2 instance. This is the output. So this is how you implement role-based access control in AWS with IAM for EC2 instance. Hope this was instructive. Thank you.